When you don't have a day off of illicit drugs, every day you do what you do. In 30 days, your brain starts to depend on that thing to feel normal and not just irate. If you have a day off, the trick is your mind knows it can do without it, or at least for 24 hours. When you want to go 1 week off, you repeat 24 hours 7 times. And trust me, you see, addiction, it's usually difficult on the first 3 days. Because let's talk about those that do alcohol. Not my thing. In the morning, you call it hangover. You see that feeling that you feel, yeah. In the ghettos, we call it Johnson. That's for other type of highs. The way you feel, the way you feel when it's trying to expire in your bloodstream is called Johnson. So that Johnson wants to lead you to, renew the experience so that you don't feel that Johnson, because Johnson is usually a very anyhow type of feeling. It's a very lazy and very unpleasant type of feeling, yeah. So you want to feel that high again. Meanwhile, Johnson is just the gateway to you trying to come back to be normal. So you're just at the gate, you want to see normal, but no, there are many people that have not been normal all year round because they don't have that one day where they are being recognized. Okay, this is the normal reality. Of course, this is it. This is it. This is what it feels like to live life without this thing. Have that day. Have that day in your life after other processes that we've talked about. Just so you use it when you need it the most. You repeat that day when you feel like this thing I'm doing is not it's controlling me and not me controlling it anymore. Yeah, you need to have that day off. You need to have that day off. And other ways that in my own opinion, you can use to cushion the effect of addiction just before you have the courage to leave it is we've talked about acceptance, cost and quantity, have a day off, do more of other things that are not drug like, when I have this money, I want to go and buy marijuana. I'll be like, okay, let me eat with it instead. Sometimes food, I know. Sometimes food is not even interesting because there are times in the past when the addiction was like, at the peak. Yeah, let's take for instance, you need $500 to go buy, or you need $490 to go buy your stuff. You don't have money, but you don't know the way you find that money and you get it. I need to learn the courage of, you know, that urge that an addicted fellow used to get his stuff. I need this year. I'm trying to build that level of perseverance on other reasonable matters, and trust me, it's going to go a long way because that urge is, I don't know what to compare it with. Because I need maybe $500 for stuff. I just get it. And you do maybe drugs 490, you buy food that you're not able to eat for the remaining $10. So yeah, I know. Most times when you're on stuff, even food looks like rubbish to you. But in my opinion, I do more of food and water therapy too. More of things, vegetables, things that oppose these chemicals. I call it drugs too, even if it looks like leaf. It's recreational marijuana, yeah, but it's illicit. Most of these things have been sprayed with some other chemicals. And trust me, you need to also be aware. Awareness. We're doing this awareness thing of the program and how they do it. Because they renew this thing. They call before there was a time where we know commercial to be for like people that don't have um much enough money to buy Arizona. Arizona was like the current loud. Yeah. And then after Arizona there is loud, the one we know. But you see this way things are right now. The Arizona of, let's say, 2015 is the Scottish that we are seeing now. You understand? It's just name. They just change the name to renew the program because students are graduating. Or let me say, Scottish is what looks like the original Loud of that time, and the Loud of now is looking like the Arizona of 2015. You get? I just played around it so that you understand the way they do this program, so that you know that if you are looking out to new stuff, you will never win the fight. As soon as you are saying, "Oh, is that purple lotus?" Yes. Before purple lotus expire, there will be pink shinkos. Before there is a lot for you, and like I said, the awareness might not save everybody that's on this therapy from addiction, but it's a game changer. It lets you understand the to and fro's, especially you that is there in a space where you think it is love that someone is loading you with this thing, just so you constantly stay in a mental state that permits manipulation. Because you're not really yourself. I always say you are prince and princesses, and there are energies from the top that have their lights in your friends, in your people, in your brothers that subconsciously are working against you. I don't know. That subconsciously just enjoy seeing you outside that originality, outside that 7G focus. I like to see a little bit less. Pay attention to this. If you are there in a space right now where you don't really love yourself, you don't really love the things you do, and most of your actions are not really self-driven, they are just, yeah, just around what maybe other people want you to do. You need to ask these questions and you need to fight your way out of it. It's a fight. See, like, the fight is not as easy as I said it, but it's a fight. So, yes, after all that, then find an activity to do that also, just like you find things to consume that oppose those illicit, find activities to do that drift you away from the direction where you go get illicit or where you go participate in illicits. Find activities. And trust me, let me tell you one thing that really helps you, like drastically, it helps you almost instantly. If you're in a space right now where you don't like what you are doing, the friends you are connecting with, they lure you to do stuff that distort your mentals a lot more and drift you away from focus. Before you even think about it, put your clothes in your bag. Tell your mom or any bro or anywhere you are in time, I am coming. Change location. You see location? Location change does a lot of magic for a month or two. Just go somewhere else, breathe fresh air. For that time that you're there, of course, especially if it's a space where you also cannot carry these habits to, find a space like that. Be in that space for a while. That's one thing that helps you ultimately. But what saves you from this whole therapy? What saves you from the whole therapy completely is abstinence. Trust me. It's just abstinence. But just in case you didn't listen and you are not abstaining, you couldn't, and you are here on therapy, welcome. There's a way out to at least come back to focus. Trust me, many people have year in, year out, like for a full year or 6 months, or like not experience what they call original reality. They have been in a mental space that is really, really maybe not their own. So what more haven't I said? I don't know what I haven't said, but we haven't done the painting. Yes, we'll go out, we'll do the outdoors activity. So I'll still be dropping those little points concerning illicit drugs that I haven't really paid attention to yet. It's going to come up, and I know it's going to help someone out there, especially in the ghettos. This is not organized therapy. My name is Patty Yarn, but they call me Trench KP the therapist because I got so much love for the hood. You may get a toll, get up and get doing. It's Monday again. See y'all. I don't know if I'll post this on a Monday, but I'm making it on a Monday morning. Maybe I'll post it on Tuesday, tomorrow. See y'all though. It's all love.